Good morning, BC. Rock Chica here, sitting by the fire. It's nice and warm. My house is so cold since I have to have the air conditioner on because it's so damn hot outside. Anyhow, I'm here to respond to Matthew Smith's Christmas contest, and this is the answers to questions 1 through 4. So let's go ahead and get started. But before I do that, a little VC cheer. A nice coffee this morning. Okay, so let's see. The first question was top 5 to 10 Christmas songs. Okay. Song number 1, Jingle Bell Rock. And that's the classic Jingle Bell Rock by Bobby Helm, I believe. Baby, It's Cold Outside. Now, I really do like the Lady Gaga, Tony Bennett, but there's so many other renditions of that song, and I pretty much like them all. Santa Baby. Now, Eartha Kitt is the original singer of that song, I believe, and that's probably my favorite rendition. However, I do like Madonna's rendition also of Santa Baby. Feliz Navidad. Well, you gotta go with Jose Feliciano on that one. The Christmas song. Of course, Bing Crosby. But usually everybody can do a pretty good rendition of that as well. So, but Bing would be my favorite. Please Come Home for Christmas by the Eagles. Now that one has to be by the Eagles. Love that one. Santa Claus by Cheech and Chong. Have to hear that at least once during the Christmas season. Absolutely love it. One of my all-time favorites. Green Sleeves, otherwise known as What Child Is This? I prefer an instrumental version, and pretty much any instrumental version of Green Sleeves would do. Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer by Gene Autry. That would have to be the one. And number 10 would be 2,000 Miles by the Pretenders. Love that song. Absolutely love it. Chrissie Hynde's voice on that is just excellent. It's just a beautiful, beautiful song. So those are my 10 favorite Christmas songs. Next, we'll go to my top 5 to 10 Christmas albums. Alright, so here we go. Coming in at number 10, and these are really not in any particular order, is going to be Christmas with Chet Atkins. And this gets high marks for the cover as well. Number 8 is going to be this album here, Merry Christmas by Bing Crosby. Classic. Whenever I see these in the dollar bin, if they're in good shape, I'll pick them up and give them away as gifts. And it's such a classic cover. I mean, you can just put that in a frame and have that hanging during the Christmas time. So there you go. Merry Christmas by Bing. Next up, we have a new addition to the list. And I picked this up back in March and just listened to it recently. George Strait, Merry Christmas, Straight to You. I listened to this a few times, and it's actually, I mean, it's great, really great. If you like country western music, good old type country western music with swing, this is the album for you. And one of the songs that I particularly like on here is When It's Christmas Time in Texas. So I'll do a needle drop on that and put it out in a separate video. But this is an excellent album. Excellent. And that's from one of our hometown boys here, George Strait. Next up, I have some selections for you metalheads. Twisted Sister, A Twisted Christmas. I'm not a particular fan of Twisted Sister, but this is a really good album. Picked this up in Dallas at Half Price Books, and it has Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas, Oh Come All Ye Faithful, White Christmas, I'll Be There for Christmas, Silver Bells, I Saw Mommy Kissing Santa Claus, Let It Snow, Deck the Halls, The Christmas Song, and what's it? Heavy Metal Christmas. Really good. Then I have Merry Xmas. And this has all sorts of different players on it. Eric Johnson, Jeff Beck, Brian Setzer, Joe Satriani, Steve Morse, Steve Vai, Joe Perry, Alex Lifeson, and let's see, Kenny Wayne Shepherd, and Richie Sambora. So awesome, really good. And of course you have to go with Merry Xmas Volume 2. And this has, let's see, Steve Lukather, Neil Sean, Steve Stevens, Stu Ham, Trevor Rabin, Zach Wilde, John Sykes, Robin Trower, Al Di Meola, and Ted Nugent. So yeah, definitely another good pick. Then there's also Gary Hoey. I have his CDs. I can't find them. You know that whole situation where you know you have them, but you just can't find them. He has Gary Hoey, Ho Ho Hoey, Ho Ho Hoey 2, and Ho Ho Hoey 3. And all of those are great. Instrumental guitar, all Christmas songs. You have to pick them up. And coming down to number 2 and number 1. Number 2 on the list, A Very Special Christmas. Now I have to say this got bumped just recently from number 1 back to number 2. And this came out in the 80s. I don't think this is my original copy. I'm not sure what happened to my original copy, but I always loved this album ever since I picked it up way back in the day. And coming in at number 1, this might be a shocker to many of you, but Seth MacFarlane, Holiday for Swing. This is an awesome Christmas album. If you want something to play during your Christmas party that's just kind of holiday, I don't want to say background music because it's really, really good, but to keep the holiday cheer, this is the album to get. It's just fabulous, and it comes on red vinyl. I don't think it has any vanity. Oh, maybe a little bit of a vanity label there. It does have a nice printed inner sleeve with the details on the recording. And this was a Record Store Day release. This is awesome. It's got all the classics. Let It Snow, Christmas Dreaming, I'll Be Home for Christmas, Little Jack Frost, Get Lost, Snow, What Are You Doing New Year's Eve? That's probably one of my favorite tracks on this album. Marshmallow World, Baby It's Cold Outside, and that's with Sarah Bareilles. And then you have the Hawaiian song, I'm not going to pronounce that. Warm in December, Moonlight in Vermont, Everybody's Waiting for the Man with the Bag, and the Christmas song. Just classics, and highly recommend it. Highly recommend it. So I did not pick this up during the release of Record Store Day. I found it later and had to have it. I have his other album, but that's on a download, so. Love Seth MacFarlane. Can't do any wrong. Okay, so let's go on to the next question. Question number 3. Top Christmas shows. Top 5 to 10 favorite Christmas shows on TV or movies. Well, I put together a playlist, and I will attach it here in the comments or in the description. That way you can see it. But some of the top Christmas shows are linked on there. I will tell you 2 that are my number 1 and 1. The year, let's see, what does it say? Hold on, I think I wrote it down. Turn the page here. Top shows, here we go. A Year Without a Santa Claus. And I love the Heat Miser and Cold Miser song that's in that. Love it. Love it. Loved it since I was a kid. So, The Year Without a Santa Claus, number 1. Number 2, A Christmas Story. That you have to watch that every year. Christmas Story. How the Grinch Stole Christmas. And then, of course, you have A Peanuts Christmas. And then I have a few miscellaneous. Jimmy Fallon, Holiday Treat for All. That's when he was on Saturday Night Live, and he comes out with his Christmas sweater and his little keyboard, and they're playing that song. So that's on the playlist that I attached. And one more, Friday After Next. Love that movie. It's hilarious. And it happens during Christmas time, so that's why it's on my Christmas movie list. So those are my top shows for Christmas. Alright. And now to question number 4. If I could ask Santa Gates for my Christmas list, what would I ask for? Okay. So I wrote this down. Here's my letter. Dear Santa Gates, I've been good all year long, and I know that I deserve some great Christmas gifts. Below you will find my list. Number 1, a never-ending gift card to Amoeba and to Mobile Fidelity. Can you imagine going to Amoeba day after day, picking up anything you like, and your gift card never expire? That's what I want. Or going onto the Mobile Fidelity website and picking whatever you'd like, day after day, and your gift card never expire. That's what I want. Number 2, to go on tour with the Foo Fighters. Travel on the plane and the bus with the band. Stay in the same hotels, backstage pass, just be like one of the band and hang out for the whole tour, start to finish. That's what I want. Number 3, unlimited concerts for a year. 2 VIP passes to any concert in the US, England, or Canada. Now, I put a little asterisk here, because sometimes I might need 4, and sometimes I might need 6, maybe 10. So just depending on the concert. So unlimited concerts for a year, 2 VIP passes up to 10, maybe more, to any concert in the US or England, and that would include first class airline tickets and limo service, and a hotel suite and a 4-star or better hotel with all food and beverage paid. Okay? Unlimited concerts for a year. Number 4, because I can't have all the gifts. I'd like to share. So I'm going to ask for a $20,000 Visa gift card for each Vinyl Community member in the world. In the world. Not just in the United States, not just in Canada, in the world. And I said Visa, could be MasterCard. That way they can buy whatever they want that has to do with vinyl, their system, music related, concert tickets, what have you. So a $20,000 Visa gift card for each vinyl community member in the world. All the way from Australia up to Karsten in the Netherlands, just from Japan all the way over to Portugal, all over the world. Okay, and then number 5. I know these are kind of luxurious and grand, so I'm going to keep it to 5. Number 5, a VC meetup. To pay for a VC meetup every year for the next 10 years. Now this would be a 7-day VC meetup, all expenses paid for each attendee and their families. That would cover hotel, airfare, food, rental car. So all you have to bring is some spending money, okay? It would also include $2,000 worth of spending money per attendee. Okay, $2,000. That way when we go visit record stores in whatever city we're in, you have money to buy whatever you like. And this is going to be held at a first-class resort. Now, if resort areas sometimes aren't very good for vinyl picking, so we could also switch it to a 5-star hotel. Okay. First class transportation, and that includes airfare, first class, airport transfers to the hotel and back, and first class transportation to the record stores. So I'm kind of envisioning, you know, maybe we break up into groups and get on buses and they'll take us out to the different record stores. So each day is a different area. Head out to do some record store digging, maybe see the sights. If we're in Nashville, we'll go do some studio tours, see the Country Music Hall of Fame. If we're in Cleveland, we'll go to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. If we're in Memphis, we'll do the street there and hit some of the record shops, see some of those studios. Chicago, you know, so first class transportation to all our events. And I think I probably already mentioned this, but round trip first class airfare for all attendees. And if you want, we could do private jets. That would be okay too. So maybe all the VC people in Chicago area would get on one chartered private jet and head on over to the VC meetup. You know, we could do that. Meeting space at the hotel with top of the line audio equipment for listening. So once we go out and do all of our record shopping, you know, you don't want to have to wait till you get home to listen to these. So we'd have rooms set up just like they do in the audio exhibits, where they have listening rooms set up with all the top of the line audio equipment. Have the records cleaned, and then you could sit in there and listen to your records. So maybe Bobby Z has a listening room where he's listening to all his MoFi purchases, and you want to go check that out. So you can go hang in there with Bobby, or you can head over to a Greeno's room and listen with LJ and the other guys to some new traditional heavy metal, whatever they're calling that, but you could listen to that. Or you could head over to Fred's room and dig on some jazz. Or maybe go over to Derek's room and listen to some stuff that you never even heard of. You know, some obscure stuff. So, you know, something like that. Okay? And then at the last night, we would have a over-the-top VC party. So we would have the ballroom, it would have open bar, top of the line beer, wine, and alcohol, you know, first class cocktails. We'd have the Vinyl Geek there with his list of cocktails to make. And we would have a live band. I don't know who yet, we'll pick someone. But we'll also have a DJ. And this will go on from, let's say, 6 o'clock in the evening till 6 o'clock in the morning the next day, if you can handle it. So top of the line light show, food and drinks, you name it. it'll just be an all-out crazy party. We'll get Trish up there to DJ some of the session, and maybe we'll get gosh, can't think of his name, from Greece. We'll get him down to do some electronic music. I mean, we'll just get all sorts of people out there. So Santa Gates, that's it. I'm just asking for 5 things. I think you could cover it. So I guess that kind of ends my my entry to Matthew Smith's Christmas contest. I'm gonna go put this in the mail now to Santa Gates. So wishing everyone a happy holiday, Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, and Happy Kwanzaa, and whatever else, winter solstice. So if I don't see you before then, Happy New Year, and signing off, VC. Thank you.